Last week in Las Vegas, a sting operation went down that should have made national headlines. Local cops thought they were running just another predator bust, taking a dangerous man off the streets. But when they cuffed the suspect, they realised who they had. Not some anonymous pervert, but a senior Israeli official, a deputy to Benjamin Netanyahu himself. And that's when everything turned upside down. Instead of facing charges, this man walked free. No ankle monitor, no GPS tracker. He kept his passport, and within hours, he was on a plane back to Israel, where he will be protected like thousands of others. At first, these Vegas cops believed they were just doing their jobs, taking predators off the streets. But once they dug deeper, they realised the truth. This wasn't just a few creeps. They had stumbled into an international adrenochrome and child trafficking pipeline, a multi-billion-dollar operation protected by the very three-letter agencies sworn to protect us. Tonight, we're speaking directly with one of the officers involved in that sting. He's furious that the bust was sabotaged, and he and his colleagues are terrified for their lives because they know too much. This isn't just about Las Vegas, this is about a 9,000-year-old paedophile ring that spans the globe, and the system built to protect it. Before we dive in, a quick word about our partner VP.net, the next generation of private browsing. VP.net is the only VPN designed with true zero-logging architecture. That means, unlike other VPNs, it literally can't track you. So even if governments or bad actors come knocking, there's nothing to hand over. It's that simple. Your data stays yours, period. According to police, there's a 31-minute interrogation video of Israeli official Tom Alexandrovich. In it, he confesses every detail of his crimes laid bare. He even tells them he plans to flee to Israel and gives the exact time of his flight. And yet, nothing happens. No ankle bracelets, no GPS tracker. He doesn't surrender his passports. He's the only one of 8 men arrested who isn't forced to appear before a judge. A day later, he's in Israel, shielded by the regime, protected personally by Netanyahu, who immediately begins spinning lies about what happened in America, despite all the evidence, and puts Alexandrovich on paid leave, not in prison. So, what's going on here? How does somebody confess to these crimes, admit they'll flee, and still walk free? And why is the world's most powerful law enforcement system looking the other way?
Does someone want to explain what the hell is going on here? Why isn't this the top story of every single media outlet? Why isn't every single politician screaming from the rooftops about this? The executive director of Israel's National Cyber Directorate was arrested in Las Vegas in a child predator ring sting. He worked under Netanyahu, so he was allowed to go back to Israel without trial. The Israeli government lied and said he wasn't actually arrested. Then what the fuck is this? So this Israeli guy, who's one of the top officials under Netanyahu for national cybersecurity for the Israeli regime and AI for defense, is a child predator. American media is totally ignoring this. How much you want to bet Aaron Parnas is not going to cover this? Nevada's Internet Crime Against Children Task Force helmed an operation which resulted in the arrest of Alexandrovich and 7 other men in the city of Henderson, which is near Las Vegas. All the suspects believed they were meeting minors when the undercover officers instead confronted and arrested them. So Nevada officials actually did all the work to do this sting on this guy, on this Israeli cybersecurity official, Tom Alexandrovich, arrested him, charged him, he made bail, and then he fled the country to the Israeli regime. And then the Israeli regime said it was no big deal and lied and said that he wasn't charged.
We'll hear from a member of the Nevada Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force in just a minute. But first, it's worth noting, it's no surprise Alexandrovich was immediately embraced by Netanyahu and put on fully paid leave while the regime covers up his crimes. Israel is crawling with child sex offenders being protected by the state. Men like Jimmy Julius Carroll, who fled to Israel after raping and sodomizing a 9-year-old girl in Oregon, and who Israel refuses to extradite to the US. He was aided by Rabbi Oppenheimer, who provided him with contacts and a settlement letter. This isn't just one man or one case, it's a system that shields predators at the highest levels, no matter the evidence, no matter the victims. This disturbing mindset comes straight from Talmudic teachings. Teachings that rabbis use to excuse abuse, keep victims silent, and justifies Israel's trafficking and adrenochrome industries.
גדול הבעל הקטנה, בוא נגיד ככה, ולא כלום. כי מה זה קטנה לצורך העניין הזה? פחות מבת 3. הבתולים שלה חוזרים מאליהם. לכן גדול הבעל הקטנה זה לא כלום, זה לא נחשב לביאה. ופחות מכאן, פחות מגיל 3, כנותן אצבע בעין דמי. כמו שאמרנו, אתה נותן אצבע בעין, זולגת דמעה. אבל אחרי זה העין מתבהרת, ודמעה אחרת מחליפה אותה. אותו דבר עם הבתולין של פחות מבת 3.
Rabbi Yeshoshua Gordon makes it even clearer. In his view, if a Jewish man has sex with a young girl, it's the girl's fault for tempting him. According to him, she should be the one to face trial in court, not the fine, upstanding Jewish man.
A Jew who engages in intimacy with a non-Jewish woman, bein ktana bas shalosh shana, whether she is 3 years old, b'yem echad and up, bein gdela, or she's an adult woman over 12 or 12 and a half, bein pnuya, whether she is available, bein eshes ish or not, afilu hayakatan ben tesha shana b'yem echad, even if he was 9 years old, as we learned earlier again and again. That's the beginning when intimacy has an effect with a man, kivin shaba ala kusis bizadein arezun ereges. Then the courts could possibly take her to court and try to apply capital punishment if there are witnesses, etc., who warn them, because the Jew ran into a problem due to this encounter. This is specified in the Torah, as it says with the Midianites, that these girls were sent out by the Midianite leaders to entrap the Jewish young men, as it says in the biblical story of Bilam.
This isn't just a twisted opinion, it's part of a broader mindset that allows abusers to operate with impunity and keeps victims silenced. Meet Sigal Chatter, the acting US attorney for the state of Nevada, the lawyer who let suspected Israeli predator Tom Alexandrovich flee to Israel. She is Israeli-born, with ties to various Zionist organizations, including the Israeli-American Council. She has even boasted publicly that she got her job because she knows where the bodies are buried, and can sometimes choose herself where they are buried. According to officials from the Nevada Crimes Against Children Task Force, these details matter. This was a joint sting operation. The FBI was involved. You'd think the federal government would pursue charges for crimes this serious. But Alexandrovich walked free. Why? Because according to the task force, he was in Sin City to drum up business for the Israeli adrenochrome industry and arrange the sale of hundreds of sex slaves for Vegas's VIP events. Once that became clear, the feds froze, local law enforcement was burned, and the entire operation was buried. His prosecution would have exposed too many high-profile names. Warning, this goes deep and it's graphic. We have the full details after this important word from our sponsor.